everyone, and hello all, and today I'm starting to notice that me doing this is part of the intro now at this point. Um, so today, you read the title, presumably. I am officially endorsing a political candidate. Whoa. So first of all, this is for the 2022 midterm elections, obviously. I'm not endorsing someone for 2024 yet. No one's no one's officially made public that they're gonna run, though it's pretty safe to say that Donald Trump's gonna run. I don't know about anything else. Biden's questionable, DeSantis probably gonna run. I don't know, Gavin Newsom's a name that's being floated around. It's hard to say. It is hard to say since both the dudes who would be incumbent presidents are on their deathbeds. But anyway, we'll analyze the 2022 midterm elections, which will be the first ever election that I can vote in. Whoa, I will be voting in it. So, first of all, let me give some background. I live in South Dakota. It's a very boring state, politically speaking. Because around here, it's Republicans all the way. So, to be real specific, to get on the local level, I live in House District 30. Has 3 towns. 5 to 10,000 people, tops. Yeah, it's kinda, I think it's 10,000 people. It's pretty uneventful. Hold on, I'm barely on camera. It's a pretty uneventful place. Hold on. It's pretty uneventful. It's pretty So it's a pretty uneventful place. So I'm gonna real quickly, just for fun, list all the people who represent this district / this state. Starting with the state, obviously the governor is Kristi Noem. Yeah, I don't like her. I'm just gonna make my political opinions about them clear, real quick. I don't like Kristi Noem all that much. I'll go into some reasons real quick. She used taxpayer money, $60,000 worth, to decorate her mansion. She's corrupt, obviously. She's a politician, what you'd expect. And, I think, her husband works in the pharmaceutical industry, so naturally, when, the people of South Dakota voted to legalize weed, she promptly said no, and then just made it illegal again. Then you got 2 senators, Mike Rounds, corrupt politician, what do you believe? John Thune, corrupt career politician. He's been in politics for 30 years, what? Then got Dusty Johnson. I'm kind of mixed about him right now. Now for the local level. I live in House District 30, which has 2 people represented in the South Dakota House and 1 in the South Dakota Senate. The one in the Senate is Julie Mueller. I think that's how I say it. I know practically nothing about her. It's hard to find any information on her. And then there's 2 people in the House, though come election day, one of the ones currently in the House ain't gonna be in the House anymore. How do I know? Because the dude, Tim Goodwin, that's his name, he tried to go for state senate, lost, and he's not on the ballot for the House anymore. So because of that, he's guaranteed to get kicked out come January of 2023. So his time is limited, which is good because I didn't like him. And there's Trish Ladner, the other representative for this district. I'm not a huge fan of her either. And then there's the 2 dudes essentially fighting to replace Tim Goodwin. There's also Trish Ladner on the ballot, but it's safe to say she's probably just going to get reelected. So it's mostly a fight for that open seat in the South Dakota House District 30 between Dennis Kroll and Brett Swanson. Now, Dennis Kroll, he owns this local supermarket. I say local, it's an hour away from where I live, but it's called Kroll's Market. Yeah, it's a very creative name. It's a good thing he has a cool last name. So yeah, Dennis, he's a conservative, would believe, South Dakota. And he has just standard, conservative, right-wing views. The main thing that I like about him is the fact that he's like a local man. He's not the dude I'm endorsing, but he's not bad. He's elected to like a lot of local like town positions, and he also wants to increase funding for education. I can't go wrong with that. That's something I like. But then there's the dude I'm endorsing. Good luck trying to find any information on this dude online outside of his website. His name is Brett Swanson. I already said his name. Let me grab something real quick. The thing I grabbed was this newspaper. You're probably wondering, why did I just leave to grab a newspaper? It'll make sense in a second. I bought this newspaper. It was $1.50. It's called the Custer County Chronicle. It goes over all the news in, what you believe, Custer County. I'll get to the newspaper in a second. But I got like splayed out. So basically, Brett Swanson, he's a Democrat. He's like the only. There is across the governor, U.S. Senate, local House, U.S. House, all that stuff combined, there are 3 Democrats on the ballot, and he's one of them. Just bear in mind, that's governor, Senate, U.S. House. You know? And then you got state Senate, and then there's, like I said, 3 people on the ballot of the 2 major parties. So of like the 7+ candidates on the ballots, there's only 3 that are Democrats. That shows you how neutered they are in South Dakota. Wow, this video's getting longer than I was expecting. Anyway, so Brett Swanson, like I said, is one of the 3 Democrats. So let me real quickly go over what he stands for. So, his main things are A, legalizing weed. Sweet. Can't go wrong with that. That's a position that even the majority of Republicans, I think, agree with at this point. Just the country as a whole agrees with it. Even the majority of South Dakota, which is one of the most conservative states, even it wants to legalize weed. Like I mentioned earlier, I think it was in 2020. I think it was 2020. Coming in 2018, but it was one of those 2 years. But I think it was 2020 because Kristi Noem was the governor at the time. Like I said, South Dakota voted to legalize weed. Kristi Noem shut it down. I think it's back on the ballot in this year. Best believe I'm going to vote yes on that. Yes to legalize, by the way, just to clarify. Yeah, Brett Swanson, he wants to legalize weed, can't go wrong with that. He wants more funding for education, can't go wrong with that. He wants to increase workers' rights, workers' pay, can't go wrong with that. Especially since I work at Dairy Queen making $10. What are the other things? Alright, he also wants to end corruption, can't go wrong with that. And I feel like you can't go wrong with any of the things he wants to do. And he also wants to stop laws that are like transphobic. Can't go wrong with that, you know? I mean, I'm not trans or anything like that, so it doesn't affect me a whole lot, but I know a lot of people are trans, you know? And also a couple people that I work with / know, this would affect them, because a lot of my coworkers complain about not getting paid enough. Like, the manager at my Dairy Queen gets paid $16 an hour. She's been working there for she's worked there for 9 years. She does like 40-50 hours of work every week, you know, so she always gets overtime. And she only gets paid $16. That don't seem fair. My other manager gets paid $13, okay, immediately isn't as good. Like that, I get paid $10, you know. Then you got, you know, also both my managers like to smoke weed. So that would also affect them. I've got some friends. Yeah, I got a trans friend, you know. And of course, funding for education, you can never go wrong with that, you know. And of course, ending corruption, you can never go wrong with ending corruption, you know. So, I will now address the newspaper. So, I'm actually in contact with Brett Swanson. I got the dude's phone number. And I've texted him a few times. And I asked him, like, hey, what are some stuff that I can do to help you out, you know? You know? So, he asked me to write a letter to the editor for the Custer County Chronicle. And I don't know, can you even see that? Somewhere on this paper. Can you see that? That says vote Brett Swanson. Yeah, feel free to pause and read all that. I vote that. So yeah, I hope you could read that alright. That's the whole reason I got out this newspaper, just to show that. It cost me $60 to do that, by the way. I had no idea you had to pay $60 to like endorse a candidate on a newspaper, at least this newspaper. So I've technically contributed $60 to the Brett Swanson campaign. Maybe I'll donate to him someday. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's ain't much or anything. His logo, his campaign logo is a swan with a freaking marijuana leaf behind it. Yeah, that's Brett Swanson. Oh yeah, also, I met the dude. I mentioned this briefly in one of my life update videos, how like, oh, I met a political candidate at the Gold Discovery Days event. Yeah, it was Brett Swanson. And I had a conversation with him. He's a pretty chill dude. I like him. Anyway, that's what I'm endorsing. I'm probably not going to come on publicly endorse anyone else because, to be honest, I'm not all that excited about the other ones. Like, in terms of the ones I want to vote for, Julie Fine-Muller, I'm only voting for her because she's literally the only person on that ballot for that race. So I have to vote for her. It's either her or just write in someone or just leave that blank, you know? I don't know if you can do that. I'm not voting for it. For the governor, I'm voting against Chris Noem because of the reasons I laid out. But I'm not really a fan of her opponent, Jamie Smith. It's just that I think Jamie is just the lesser of two evils here, so I'm not excited about him. Then there's Brian Banks and John Thune, who are the Democrat and the Republican respectively. Like I said, John Thune's the corrupt career politician, so again, Brian Banks. He's decent, better than Jamie Smith, but he's still a case of like, yeah, not really excited about him, you know. And what was the other thing? By Yes on Weed, Yes on Brett Swanson. Right, the House. The House, I'm gonna vote for Libertarian. Anyway, I forgot the dude's name. Last name was Collins. I forgot his first name. The fact that I forgot his first name tells you all you need to know about my, excitement for that guy. I'm not excited about most of the people I plan on voting for. Most of them are just lesser of two evils. Brett Swanson's the only one who was like, yeah, I actually like the guy. So that's why I'm coming out and endorsing him. So yeah, we'll see if me and my 45 subscribers, 0 of which are from South Dakota, aside from my family, who I know are most like, they already know I'm gonna vote for the dude. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, oh yeah, one last thing, my mom did meet Trish Ladner. She didn't like her all that much. My mom didn't like Trish. So yeah, that was a conversation. Same event. Anyway, that I met Brett at. So, if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and subscribe if you like it, or you can leave a comment down below if you have anything to say about it. You can also follow me on Instagram if you care, Villux5, yeah. And until next time, I'll see you later, buddy. Bye-bye.